Hello, my fellow property managers. Mark Cunningham at Grace Property Management. Well, if you're like us, you have sold a lot of properties this year. A lot of owner clients are deciding they want out, prices are high, they're just going to sell, they're going to move back in, whatever. And we've experienced a lot of that, but we've also been fortunate enough to grow well beyond, from a number standpoint, how many doors we sold. We sold a big number, but we grew much, much larger this last year. So let me share with you a couple things that we've done that I recommend you do as well that will help you grow into the new year. And these things specifically are things you should be doing without having to spend a lot of money on marketing. We spent virtually nothing on marketing last year and still grew significantly. And it starts with this. There's a lot you can do, and in a very short amount of time here, we don't have time to cover everything. But let me just cover a couple, 4 things that you need to be doing to grow. Number one, it starts with this. When was the last time you logged in and updated your business account through Google? Do you have a business account, your Google My Business account? Now, hopefully you know what I'm talking about. If you're not, well, then it's really good for you that you're watching this, because Google gives you a business account. That is what Google uses to promote your business. Now, if you're like, okay, I can stop this video because I've already got that set up. Hold on, you need to hear what I'm going to say as well. But you need to go in there, and specifically you want to look for a couple categories that you may have not paid attention to in the past. The standard categories are, of course, the business profile, where you talk about who you are, your business hours, how long you've been in business, what your address is, all that basic stuff, and that's great. But you also need to upload and update, if you haven't done this in the last 45 days, it's time, photos and even videos. That's right, Google lets you upload videos to your business Google account. Now, Google wants to see that. Google wants to promote you, but you have to give them information about you from which they will promote. Photos and videos, they love. It can be something as simple as your logo or a picture of your team or even a property for rent picture, but you've got to be uploading that onto there. And number 3, the post section. Did you know that you can go into there and you can upload information about your properties for rent? Google will then put that out there, and they'll list it on your page, and they'll promote it on your properties for rent, as well as education type stuff. Now, if you've done this, but you haven't done it, updated it, in the last, I would say, 60 days, go in and refresh it, re-update it. Google constantly is adding additional categories, changing things, letting you put additional information into there, but you got to do it. You got to log in and get that done. If you need help with that, email me directly, Mark@RentGrace. I'll be happy to send you the contact information of somebody that can help you do that on a recurring basis, so you don't have to waste your time. Shouldn't say wasting time, it's a good use of your time, but you don't have to take your time to upload. Okay, that's number 1. Now, how much does that cost? Of course, that's free. You've got to get that done. Every one of us should have that, and updating it regularly. Number 2, I could talk about this for the next hour and a half, right? Education-based marketing. How do we market without spending money? Well, we don't market by saying how great we are. All of our marketing is education-based. And it can be something as simple as this. If you want to keep it as simple as possible, here's what you need to do. 1 time per month, write a 7-sentence email, 7 sentences, that's all it's got to be, talking about some recent trend in your industry, in your local industry, I should say. For example, what are rental rates doing in your local area? What are our appreciation rates doing? What's a new law that just passed? A new law that is being considered? What is collection rates? Anything that's education, not how great you are, because we all know you're great, but nobody cares. Education-based. Just a couple, 7 sentences. Put that in an email, and then you email that out to your group of folks. Now, if you want to take it to another level, that education-based piece, you can also create a post or a blog post on your website. If you want to take it to another level, you could do a video about that information, something like this. People want education. They don't want to be sold. They want to be educated. Stop telling everybody how great you are and start telling them about what's going on in your market. That is how people are going to see you as the expert within your market when you talk about that. I just had lunch today with a fellow property manager in our Denver area. She reached out to me and wanted to get together, and I said, well, sorry, I haven't met you before. How did we connect? And she said, well, actually, I was Googling information on a recent law that passed in our market, and poof, there you guys, Grace Management. We popped up. Why did we pop up? Because we had done an education-based video about that law. She found us online looking for information about the law. How many of your prospective clients, your current owner clients, are doing just that? You need to be found that way. And there's so much we could say about that, but before I move on to point number 3, let me thank the sponsor for this video, Citizen Home solution. Oh, I love Citizen Home Solutions. These guys are awesome. What these guys do is they help you and they help your tenants. They are a concierge service for utilities. They transfer your utilities, things like cable, things like security systems, things like basic utilities, on behalf of you and your tenants to the utility provider. Now, I know here's the rub: is it's not cheap. No, I kid, I jest. It's free, my friends. It is free for you, and not only is it free for you, but when they get that done, they will potentially pay you a rebate of the fees that they collect to get these services transferred. And it's ridiculous, okay? If you're not using these folks, please just start. Reach out to the guys at Citizen Home Solutions. They're awesome guys. I know these guys. Tell them Mark sent you. Tell them to set you up for an account just like you have Mark at Grace Management set up. I promise you will love working with these folks. Okay, where were we? Point number 3. You've created that little education piece, whether it's a blog post, whether it's a video. If it's only an email, that's okay, but hopefully it's one of those. Now, how do you share that? How do you blast that out there? Because you could write that email and it could be the best email in the world. But who do you send it to? You need to, on a monthly basis, one time per month, that's all it needs to be, one time per month, blast that email to 3 different groups. Group number 1 is all of your current clients. Because if it's education-based, don't your current clients want to know about that? You bet they do. Remember, you're not telling them how great you are. They already believe you're great. That's why they've hired you. But they want to be educated. For your current clients, it acts as a great reminder of why they use you, why they hired you, and it reminds them, man, it's a good thing I've got those guys working for me. They're taking care of this crazy new law that's going on. Number 2, your prospective owner clients. Any lead you've ever received, they should be on your one time per month email distribution list that's education-based. Not the drip campaign about, hey, call me, I'd love to give you a rental rate quote. Hey, are you still there? I want to manage your property. Hey, did I tell you how great I am? Not that one. Education, education, education. And number 3, outside real estate agents. They want to know what's going on with this stuff as well. And they are a great source of owner leads for you, because when that new investor client comes to town, they use a third-party agent sometimes to help them buy another house and they want it managed. Who is that outside third-party agent going to recommend? They need to be recommending you, but how do they know you're there? Well, you're going to be educating them on what's going on in the market. Okay, part number 4. Now this does cost a little bit of money if you want to do that, but that is the good old-fashioned postcard mailers. We do that periodically, and these things are effective, guys. I really believe they are, again. Now remember, these postcard mailers are not here's how awesome we are. It's going to be education-based, pushing them back to your website where you're going to educate them about what's going on in the market. If you want ours, by the way, this is just one of the many things that we put in our how to market training. I'll put a link in there. Like if you want to see this plus another, 20 different ideas or exactly how we do these things, go in and take a look at that. But what are you doing for 2022 to improve your company? Do you need to improve your income? Well, then it's time to start doing some training on income streams. Do you need to improve your processes and systems? Well, get with that. If you need to improve your marketing to making sure you're growing, well, consider us a resource. Look at our How to Grow in 2022 training, where we give you all these documents, we give you our videos, we give you our postcard, we give you those downloads, we tell you exactly what we do to make that work. So my friends, I wish you success in 2022. If you went backwards this year, it's time to stop. This year's over. Next year, you're moving forward. You're going to pick up more doors than you lost. We are happy to be a resource here at pmbuild.com any way we can help out, but I wish you success in the coming year.